Good morning. It is Friday, October 3rd. I'm Whitney Turner. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, airing 10:30 in the mornings, Monday through Fridays. Well, the Anderson County Sheriff's Office said that someone has died after being hit by a train. It happened just outside of Rocky Top last night. We do not know the identity of the individual. Police say they're still investigating, and we'll let you know as soon as we have more information. Meanwhile, 2 firefighters were hurt after a commercial fire at Cedar Bluff Coin Laundry. Rural Metro tells us the fire started at the Coin Laundry on Cedar Bluff Road near North Peters, then spread to the roof. Other businesses in the shopping center there also suffered smoke and water damage, but the largest amount of damage is at the laundromat. One of the firefighters was transported with non-life-threatening injuries to a local hospital. Right now, KCSO investigators are working to figure out what started the fire. And the Blount County Sheriff's Office is still asking for your help finding this missing teen. Take a look at your screen. 17-year-old Sarah Gerardo Gullion was last seen in Maryville. Deputies say she could be with a man in Knoxville or the surrounding areas. She is 5'1". She has brown eyes and black hair. If you have any information, get in touch with the Blount County Sheriff's Office. We've got that number for you inside your WVLT News app. And the Sevierville Planning Commission has now voted no on rezoning more than 400 acres. It would have allowed developer D.R. Hortson to build more than 1,000 homes in Red Bank. We previously told you the Planning Commission asked the national developer to flesh out some details for the plan. D.R. Horton's proposal included 1,200 single-family homes, plus 3 parks and a dedicated commercial space. Some who live in the area pushed back against the project, saying the influx of homes would be too much for the area. Those in favor of the development pointed to rising housing prices because of a lack of available homes. And we've been telling you about this all week long, but a huge heads up, if you plan to drive on Alcoa Highway this weekend, the northbound lanes will be closed starting at midnight tonight for construction. They're going to stay closed until Tuesday morning at 6 between John Sevier Highway and UT Medical Center. So if you need to drive northbound in the area, TDOT says there are alternate routes. We have them listed for you in your WVLT News app. And today is day 3 of the government shutdown. Still no sign of change. No votes yesterday, but the Senate is expected to vote again today. They would be voting on the Republican proposed bill, a short-term bill that extends government funding in November. But Democrats are holding firm, refusing to vote on a bill that doesn't reverse cuts to Medicaid or extend Obamacare subsidies, which are expiring at the end of the year. Governor Bill Lee says despite the shutdown, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park will continue to welcome visitors. It all comes after representatives for Sevier County said many agencies and governments, both local and state, are working to keep the park open by funding operations. The governor addressed it while appearing at an event at Muse Knoxville.
Yeah, so it's really important that the Great Smoky Mountains National Park stay open. It's October, and so we are working with the Department of the Interior and Secretary Burgum to make sure that we work together to keep that park open. We're going to do that. The local communities, combined with the state and the federal government, have developed a plan. This has happened before, and we understand how important Smoky Mountains are to people, so we're making sure that if people are thinking about coming to Tennessee, come to the Smokies, come right on down. It's going to be beautiful.
That said, some parts of the Smokies, like Cades Cove Loop Road, are closed. You can see which areas of the park are affected by the shutdown inside your WVLT News app.
Your First Alert Forecast with meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting off with the sunshine that we have not only this morning, but it stays with us for much of the day and right on into the weekend. Over Mountain looking gorgeous this morning. 62 in Knoxville to 59 Gatlinburg, 63 Morristown, Crossville, 65 for Stearns. Not a lot happening on the radar and cloud track. And of course, your First Alert forecast for the rest of this day takes us right on into the afternoon hours. We're looking at 70s to return by noon, 79 for that high today, mostly sunny skies. Maybe you're making evening plans. I think it's a great evening to head to Market Square. Maybe you're going to head to one of the rooftop places to eat in Gatlinburg. From 76 to 70 for that 7:16 sunset tonight. You'll see the stars emerging out there with just a few passing clouds, 54 by the time we wake up on our Saturday morning together. So here's the way Saturday breaks down for you. 80 in Knoxville Knoxville to 78 in Pigeon Forge. A few clouds passing by down to our south. 81 from Madisonville to 82 Sweetwater. 78 Crossville to 80 in Jamestown. 82 from Williamsburg to Jellicoe over to Middlesboro. 81 Sneedville to Morristown. Rutledge to Dandridge at 82 and 78 in Newport. The next big weather maker comes early next week. And then we have rain opportunities Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It looks like Tuesday and Wednesday becomes one of our biggest weather makers. You see here the opportunities to get about an inch of rain west of us. That creeps closer to us. We'll see how that changes as the daytime comes over the next couple of days, but at least a quarter of an inch for us here in Knoxville. Now, through the weekend, sunshine's going to be our bigger story here, staying close to 80 for much of the weekend and into next week, and overnight lows close to 60.
Kyle, thanks. WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols. The connection between Chris Brazzell and Joey Aguilar has turned into one of the best combos in the SEC. The duo now getting recognition not just regionally, but nationally. Both Aguilar and Brazzell named to the Maxwell Award watch list. The award is presented annually to the nation's best college football player. Aguilar leads the SEC in passing with more than 1,400 yards and 15 total touchdowns. Brazzell's 7 touchdowns this year are as many as he had his entire career entering 2025. He is tied for the national lead in receiving scores and leads the SEC in almost every receiving category. Head coach Josh Heupel crediting number 17's offseason work.
You guys heard me say that, off season, there was a point of emphasis. Young guys can't be young, and that was certainly true for freshmen. It was new guys, but guys that hadn't been in our program very long. Done a great job, one-on-one situations, going, attacking the ball, making plays, and been a big part of our success that we've had.
Aguilar and Brazzell will be back at it next Saturday, taking on Arkansas in Neyland. As for the Lady Vols soccer team, they secured their 10th shutout of the season, beating Georgia 2-0. Tennessee now 10-1 on the year, 4-1 in SEC play. Next up, a road trip to Ole Miss on Sunday. The governor has announced $175 million in grants to help strengthen public safety across Tennessee. The governor says applications are now open for 2 funds aimed at downtown public safety and supporting local law enforcement work to reduce violent crime. Eligible agencies can apply for the money through October 24th. The governor says every Tennessean deserves to live in a safe neighborhood. If you've been looking to bring a new best friend home, Young Williams Animal Center wants to help you out. The shelter taking part in the Bissell Foundation's Empty the Shelter event. There's not going to be any adoption fees for adult cats and dogs at the shelter for this. You just have to make a donation to any group you'd like.
So we are at critical capacity right now. We have about 160 dogs in our care right now, and we have about 180 cats in our care. So this is a very important time to adopt. We're so excited to be partnering with Bissell Pet Foundation, and we're just really hoping to see a lot more animals find forever homes.
Empty the Shelters runs through the 15th at both Young Williams locations on Division Street and on Bearden Hill. If you don't feel ready to adopt, Young Williams says they're always looking for fosters. And one of East Tennessee's biggest festivals is back this weekend. The Clinch River Antique Festival is returning to downtown Clinton starting Saturday. The area has undergone a lot of construction in the past few years, causing businesses in the area to struggle. Sidewalks are now walkable again, just in time for the event. They're going to have a lot of demonstrations, from pumpkin carving to weaving. The event is today from noon to 6 and tomorrow from 9 to 5. Also this weekend, you've got the chance not only to cheer on your city, but also members of your own neighborhood. Inspire Soccer League is coming to town, a professional soccer league for people with disabilities. This is the first year of the league, along with teams in Knoxville. There's teams in Houston, Spokane, and Colorado Springs. Teams get to experience the fun of travel in a professional setting. Games are happening this weekend at Covenant Health Park, Saturday and Sunday. We've got a link to get your tickets now inside your WVLT News app.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
On this date in 1791, the city of Knoxville was founded. It was named for Secretary of War Henry Knox. Street names in the area plotted to be downtown were taken from Philadelphia and Baltimore. 2 lots were set aside for a cemetery and a church, First Presbyterian Church. 4 lots were set aside for Blount College, which would eventually become the University of Tennessee. Knoxville was Tennessee's first state capital and held that honor for more than 20 years. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, and on WVLT social media pages. We'll be right back here with your top headlines at noon.